Hey everybody, welcome back to Nicsminibikes. Today we're in the house. It's cold and windy outside and not doing this outside. If you haven't yet, hit the link down in the description. Go pick you up some merchandise. We got hats, shirts, hoodies, all kinds of cool stuff. Go get you something. So today we got a new mini bike here. HoverHearts sent me this. We're going to unbox it and put it together today. And we're just going to get our first impression of it. So come along for the ride and let's get this put together. So let's get this box cut open. And see what we got inside. So they gave me options for colors. I don't remember what they were, but I picked green, because you don't see too many green mini bikes out there. There's a little box here. What do we got? That looks like our rechargeable headlight. Rechargeable LED headlight. So that's cool. We'll set that aside. We got a bag of goodies. Got some tools. An owner's manual. They do send oil, so that's cool. There's some oil in there. Some zip ties and some other stuff. Oh, this is their MB001. Plastic bag that comes out of there. See what else we can get out of here. Got our front fender. It's like a metallic green. I like that. And we got our little seat. Pretty nice. I think I'm ready to lift it out. Maybe. Let's see. I got the wheel down in the bottom. Let's see. See if that'll stay there, and yep, it'll stay there. And the last thing in the box is the front wheel and tire. So 145/76, just like all the other small frame bikes. The only difference is this comes with a knobby tire instead of those awful V-treads that come on everything else. That is nice. I like that. A random nut in the bottom of the box. We'll figure out where that goes. And we'll get this box out of the way. Alright, so we got the bike open. It's all unpacked. I like it. I like the frame design. I like the bigger bars. I don't know how thick they are, but I like that they're fatter. It just makes you feel like it's a stronger design. I like the little gussets here and here. And from here, we can probably just put the whole thing together and get it going and on the road and have a good time with it. But we're gonna see how good the instructions are here. Somebody that buys it and doesn't know anything about it, doesn't know how to put handlebars on or anything like that. So we got the owner's manual out, and we'll just go over a few things. The engine is a 4-stroke EPA approved single cylinder engine. Torque 4.5 Newton meters at 3,000 RPMs. Dry weight is 19 pounds, almost 20 pounds. Holds 0.31 gallons of gas. It's a pull starter. It's got a rear disc brake back here, mechanical. It says that it has aluminum wheels. The front and rear tires are the 145/70/16. It says it can do a 15-degree climbing angle. I don't know about that. Load capacity is 165 pounds. I'm going to be riding it, so we're gonna test that. 24.8-inch seat height, so it's good for your little guys and girls. 36.2-inch wheelbase, 5.9-inch ground clearance. Front height is 32.6. And then the next page goes over all the bits and pieces. It tells you what they're all called around the bike there. That's pretty cool. Tells you to unpack the box. And then here tells you what all should be in there. It says this should take about 20 minutes for an adult. And it says some of the hardware is installed in the spot it goes. You'll have to undo it to put it together. It comes with the front tire and axle spacers, LED lights, a seat. It comes with oil. It tells you how to install the LED headlight, how to install the handlebars, how to install the front wheel, front fender, the seat, inspecting it and starting it, engine kill switch, more on how to start it, how to clean the fuel tank, how to read the dipstick when you're checking the oil, where the air filter is located, and then it gives you a detailed drawing of where everything's at for the motor, the muffler, choke lever, air cleaner, dipstick, base, all that good stuff. Tells you about changing the engine oil, adjusting the brakes, adding air to your tires, warranty coverage, and all that good stuff. So in our little bag of goodies, we got 2 nuts in there. We got a toolkit, 2 Allen wrenches, 2 double-ended wrenches. One's a 14 and a 17, one's a 10 and an 8. That doesn't make sense to me why they do that. I'm pretty sure the axles take the 14 and the 17 and they're on the same wrench. I don't know why they do that. We also got a bottle of oil that came with it, a little spark plug wrench. This bag says spare spacer and gasket. There's a spacer and a nut in there. And we get 2 zip ties. So step 1 is the headlight, and it wants us to put that on before we do the handlebars. So let's just start there. We'll take our light. On the bottom you have this, and this little piece. Just going to slide in there. And then we'll just kind of center it up. Tighten this one down, and that'll clamp that light in place. And then it wants us to put them onto the bars. So it opens up like this, and then we can slide a little spacer over there. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm going to go ahead and finish up here. Then this will go around here, and you can tighten this down. We'll just kind of center it up and snug her down for now. So in the bottom of the box, I had to go digging. I found a nut and a washer, and those are going to be for our handlebars. I'm going to go right here, so we'll steal this one off. And we'll just set those on there and get these started. And we'll get the other one started. And we're going to see how far the toolkit they gave us will get us. So we're going to snug these down with our toolkit. Our little stamped steel wrenches here. This might take me a while, but all I'm going to do is tighten these 2 bolts down. And there's our handlebars installed. Can't really get them very tight with the stamped steel tools. They're just not very good. The next thing it wants us to do is the front wheel. So this could get interesting. See how this goes. I'm just going to take our axle nut off. Got a lock washer on the inside. I don't know why that was there. That'll go behind the nut. I really like these tires. Anybody else that makes these small frame bikes like this, you need to switch to these tires. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide the axle through the fork here on the backside. I'm going to get a spacer on there, get the tire, the other spacer, then I'll go through this fork, lock washer, lock nut. I looked, these tires are not directional. If you think they are, leave a comment down below and I'll probably leave it how I put it together. Now that we fought that and got it, we'll get this other spacer in. There's our spacer, and the axle's finally through. Lock washer and our lock nut. And this is what I don't understand. The 14 and 17 come on one wrench, but you need them both to do the axles. All right, so I went out and grabbed my small Pittsburgh toolkit here. I already stretched out the 14, doing these up here, so we'll do the 17 on the nut and the 14 on the axle itself. There's our front wheel installed. The next step is our front fender, and for that we'll use Allen wrenches supplied. We'll take all 4 of these screws out. Now we got all 4 of those out. We're ready for this fender, and it just sits right there, and put your 4 bolts back in. I'm going to peel this paper off their logo here. HoverHearts. I got it on the rear fender and the chain guard. That's pretty cool. And now we'll just put these 4 bolts back in. Just get them started and leave them loose. And we'll get this last one snugged up. And we'll snug down the rest. And there's that front fender. The next step is the seat, and it just clips on the front here. It's got 2 bolts coming out of it, 2 holes there. Like that. It's actually got some nice blue stitching. I would have liked to have seen that match the color of the bike. That would have been really sweet to have green stitching on the seat. But then our 2 nuts that came in the bag hold the seat in place. And our Stamp Steel 810 wrench will tighten her up. There's our seat. I'm going to get this peeled off the rear fender too. So there it is, fully assembled. Nice beefy looking foot pegs. But that's our HoverHeart. Throttle's nice and tight. Kill switch is a little on the loose side, and the brake lever needs to be snugged up. It does have a sticker on it here that says, please tighten the brake lever screws before riding. Okay, so we'll do that. Feels pretty good. I like it. Pull starter sounds a little sick, but that's all right. I was hoping that it has a throttle stop screw, and it does down here on the throttle mechanism. So that's cool. I like that. And yeah, that's it. We're ready for oil and gas and see how it goes. But before we do that, let's spin the bike around and see what we got. Got one more zip tie right here that's got to go. And our emissions card can go. So let's get this sticker off of here. So it is the same sprocket as the Coleman CT100U, which is 75 on the back, and we got an 11 on the front. It gives us 6.818 gear ratio, 6.8. So it should have some torque, some good torque. So while I got that cover off, I'm going to go ahead and fill the oil up. If I get this on the wife's carpet, she'll never forgive me. So we're gonna try not to. Let's see, engine oil. So in the very front is your drain. And here is where you'll put your oil in, just like a normal Predator 212. It should come without oil. I don't think they can ship stuff with oil, but I really like this bottle, actually. So on the warning label, it says, check and add 4-stroke engine oil before start. So, you know, like you should be doing anyway, check your oil before you go. Change engine oil after every 10 hours engine running. So just like I tell everybody, even on your built bikes, 8 to 10 hours is a stock engine, and they want every 8 to 10 hours too. So we'll just let's take our tool bag and put it under that. Anyway, we'll just start filling this in there. I'm going to keep this bottle and use it for oil changes on everything, probably. Could clip this tip a little bit and maybe get a little quicker flow out of it. Do you guys screw in your caps to check the oil level, or do you just set them in there? I'm not really sure what the right way to do it is. That's barely on the tip, screwed in, so we'll keep going. Yeah, it's right to the middle of the threads there. I'm happy with that. I'll get this chain guard put back on. So that's going to do it for this episode of Nicsminibikes. I decided to make it 2 parts. This first one is just an unboxing and an assembly video. Next week's video, we'll do a full review on the bike. And all I'm really going to say about it right now is that I like it. We have started it. We've rode it around the yard a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. We saw the damage to the box at the beginning of the video. That caused the fan shroud to be shoved into the fan. I went ahead and took it apart and bent it back out, and it's fine. I talked to HoverHearts, and they said if I wasn't able to fix it or I didn't want to fix it, they would replace it. And they made it sound like it'd be a pretty easy process, but I don't know. I don't know how that would go. I don't know if they'd send a new fan shroud, or if they'd send another motor, or if they'd send a whole nother bike. I don't know. This one would probably have to go back, and it would probably be a big pain in the butt to do that. So I bent it back and it starts. I'll start it for you. The choke is somewhere underneath here. So it starts up. It's pretty quiet, which is nice. From what I'm seeing, I'd highly recommend this bike for your little ones, or if you're planning on putting a bigger engine in here. It seems pretty stout to me. Unboxing and assembly was really easy. The instructions were pretty good about putting it together. We didn't really have any trouble, and I feel like if you kind of didn't have a mini bike idea, you wouldn't have any trouble putting this together with the instructions that come with it. So a link for the bike will be down in the description. Go check it out. Grab you one of these. I think it's going to be a good bike. There's also a link to our merchandise in the description. You can get yourself a hat, a hoodie, shirts, all kinds of cool stuff. Go grab you something. And as always, Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's free for you and it helps us out. And we'll catch you on the next one.